Hey guys, what's going on? It's Luke. Hope you're having a great day so far. Chefs, what I've prepared for you today is a little exercise to help you make your synths and other similar sounds a little bit, if not a lot more interesting. So I've been hearing this sound for a few years now from the likes of Ekali, ODESZA, Flume, etc. Those are the examples I've listed because I could think of 3 songs off the top of my head that use it. I think there's probably a few different ways to accomplish this sound, but I've been envisioning a certain way to do it, and I finally had a context to try it out in yesterday, so I decided that I would document a little experiment to show you guys how it can be used. And I think it has a good chance to inspire you to make something cool out of it. So in just a second, we'll hop into Ableton and I'll show you the examples from the songs I've heard it in, and then I'll show you my adaptation and a little context to try this out in. But before we do, real quick, take a chance to hit the like and subscribe button to make me feel good. That'd be much appreciated. Okay, onward. Okay guys, so first off, I've got these 3 reference tracks in here from the aforementioned producers that are using this technique, or at least the sound that I'm going to try to recreate with my technique. First, we've got On Top by Flume, classic heater. So what we're paying attention to here is the organic rate of pulsing that the synthesizer goes through. So let's see if you can see the similarities between these. Let's hop into Boy by ODESZA, one of my favorite songs, by them at least. Let's go back to Flume for a second, see if you can see the similarities. So you can probably notice that the synths are pulsing in and out at kind of this like swung organic rate, which feels like it's been humanized in a way. It's not just an LFO that you've put on Serum and repeated over and over. Okay, that's kind of what we're getting at. Now let's listen to Ekali real quick to really drive it home. So, this Ekali track, pretty good. I think it's, I don't know who came first or where Flume stole that sound from, but it's very flumey to my ear. It's got that super swung hip-hop drum groove, and then it's got, again, that organic pulsation of the synth to give it, you know, an enhanced groove, like to let the pockets of that synth pulse fit in with the already swung drum groove. So to my ear, the way that I wanted to recreate this is simply by creating a ghost sidechain. Basically what I mean by that is I'm going to sidechain all of my synths and instruments to the kick and my clap, as I usually would. But to create this effect on top of it, I'm going to create a MIDI channel up here that I've put a kick on to trigger it, but have it turned all the way down. So you're not going to hear it, but you're going to hear the effect of the sidechain of that element, okay? So here's my just little exercise song that I built here. Just a loop, really. So I'm muting my references. So here's my drum kit. Then I threw a majestic ass chord progression in with it. And then I threw another instance of Serum with a sub bass on underneath it all. So here's what it sounds like together. So this is one way. Like one way to do it is to just leave these chords straight in there. But again, what we're going to try to do is go up to this. So let me just talk real quick. The way to route this is like whatever you want to pulse. So like what I realized was it sounds, I think, best just on these super saw chords here. So I just went ahead and threw a compressor at the very end of it. I've already got my sidechain compressors on the group that has my lead chords and bass on it. But if we're focusing just on the way that these chords are pulsing, I put another compressor on it, created another track just called sidechain trigger. It's a MIDI track. I put the kick sample that I'm using on it, and then I turned it all the way down, right? So it was up here at 0, turned it all the way down. Now what I can do is add by hand in real time that pulsation feel that they're adding to create that organic, swingy, humanized pulsation without using pre-programmed LFOs that, you know, are too rigid to create this sound. So now I can play it, and then over here on my keyboard, I'm going to play in real time some of these notes that are going to not be audible, but the effect of the sidechain will be. So let's just listen real quick to what it sounds like without the entire mix. So that's me spamming middle C over here. Right, and so now you can go into the settings of the compressor. So let's just, I'll record in a clip real quick. I missed one. Okay. So we've got this semi-random clip of ghost kicks up here. Anyway, so now just what I want to highlight is your attack and release, you know, and other parameters, of course, can change the character of this effect. Slower attack, slower release, lower threshold. And then I have the EQ on. If you don't have it on, it's kind of a different shape because it's just like all content versus high frequency. Might actually leave it on no EQ. I kind of like that better. So no attack gives a really, really sharp bite on the beginning of it, and then a smoother attack is kind of what I would go for. And then a quicker release. So let's see what it sounds like in the mix. Kind of cool to my ear. It might not be the perfect pattern that I would pick, but maybe I'll go in and make a better one that I like better. And then, like, for example, in like in this Ekali song, there's a lead that comes in over the chords, kind of like this. You might even do this, like, you might even do another instance of this sidechain trick on your lead to create like a different pulsation than you have on the chords. Let's see what it sounds like if I put it on the entire group of bass, melody, and chord. Not quite as good. There's not as much customization there. I would probably, if I was gonna, if I wanted to add that pulsing to the lead as well, I would probably do it separately. So sky's the limit with this technique. You could throw this on some strings or some, other version of your future bass chords or whatever, and just create that, LFO in real time, basically, is what you're doing. Kind of. I mean, obviously, you're not triggering like a filter or something, which might be a little bit more fancy. You could probably figure out how to do that too. But I think really that ducking effect is a really good place to start. I mean, it sounds cool, and I think that's exactly what these guys are doing down here. And those are all amazing songs. So, yeah. Guys, I think that's about it for today. I hope you learned something. I think this is a pretty cool idea that you can mess with and hopefully get somewhere inspiring with. Once again, if you like this, go ahead and hit like and subscribe to support me. I would much appreciate that. Other than that, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.